Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television, and we combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. I'm your host, Christian. Joining with me, as always, are my co-hosts, Joseph.
Yellow.
And J. Hugh.
Good girl!
If you've partially been on the internet, or you maybe watched the Super Bowl, you've had about 10 trailers shoved down your throat in the last, 10 days. So this is the Real Phonies trailer extravaganza.
By the way, how are we doing now that Taylor Swift ruined America?
I mean...
Are we still doing okay? I feel largely
fine.
the same.
Yeah. In fact, my life's better because my family just generally enjoys watching football more.
I just love that people think that a billionaire would also have time to be a civil servant. You know?
Jehu, I have a whole other set of opinions about this that aren't appropriate for the podcast, but we can...
Also, by the way, I hope it's true.
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome if she was, if there's like a fucking, John Wick-esque, if it's like Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, but instead of but instead of it's a pop star.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, I know.
We either live in the worst of times or the best of times. I don't know. So we're going to go through all these fucking trailers. There's a bunch of them. Number 1, A Quiet Place Day 1, which you guys didn't believe me a month ago was a movie when I said it was on my top 5 most anticipated.
That's true.
But we saw, our first bits of this. Joseph Quinn, Lupita Nyong'o, other people that I'm not remembering. I think
Digimon Hansu.
Oh, Digimon, yeah. He is in this.
He is in this.
Listen, I love those first two. This looks fine.
Hang on a second. Are you saying you don't like Digimon Hansu?
No, I do.
The first two movies, not the first two cast people you mentioned.
Correct.
I was like, why are we hating on Digimon Hansu?
I love that you keep calling him Digimon.
I'm committing to it.
It looks good.
Yeah, look, this is... I don't feel like it's necessarily appealing to the same things as the first ones, but that's okay. You can make a different movie. This one does... It feels... I don't know... Somewhere between Cloverfield and, what was that fucking Aaron Eckhart movie? Battlefield Los Angeles or something.
Dude, yeah.
So, if you mix those two is kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. But I like both of those movies, so,
Battlefield Los Angeles, unrated gem of 2011.
I mean, it's a terrible name.
It's an awful name, but it's a pretty good version of that movie.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like an adaptation of a video game that wasn't actually an adaptation of a video game. I don't know. This take I'm about to have is so bad you may need to cut it.
Okay.
But I really think we've made a mistake. We went too far by not just adding black to the beginning of things. When they made the remake with Annie a few years ago, that movie would have been a hit if they would have called it Black Annie.
I mean, the internet did, but...
The internet did, but the fact that they didn't actually call that, it wasn't any fun. I think if they would have called this Black Quiet Place, you'd put some more asses in the seats with that.
I appreciate that addition to this podcast. Yes. I do have, just to bring up Fantastic Four, because we talk about it on all our news.
Sure.
Joseph Quinn officially Johnny Storm, which we said last time. He's in this movie, seems to be just fine in it. The internet seemingly fucking hates that guy. And I don't get it.
The thing is, everybody's decided, he's not handsome enough to be Johnny Storm. He's more handsome than anyone you personally know.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They also seemingly say he gets a lot of work, but I don't know what else he's in besides Stranger Things, this movie, I think one scene of Game of Thrones, and now the Fantastic Four. So... It's a weird thing for us to decide. The
only argument I would accept against it is on his mind when he's not wearing the Eddie on his own time when he's not wearing his Eddie Munson wig, he's not as charming.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to be wearing a wig in this.
Yeah,
everybody wears a wig in Marvel movies. It's going to be fine, internet.
Yeah, I think people fail to understand that we would not be getting Stranger Things Season 5 if it not for Eddie Munson.
100%.
That is the best new character, might be the best character in the whole fucking show.
Right.
And wouldn't happen without that guy. I don't know, I'm excited for this movie. And I'm excited for that guy.
I mean, final answer, since we're on it, we might as well talk about the Fantastic Four casting.
Yeah, okay. It's exactly who we said it was last time.
Exactly who we said it
was.
Oh,
it is? Did we call this last time?
We did.
Okay.
But this is the first time in the 17 times that we've gone over this in a news episode.
Actually, I want to talk. I am glad you brought this.
We've got a Marvel official release confirming it, as opposed to just a bunch of semi-reliable sources saying, no, this is definitely a guy's.
Right.
So we're going to talk about. Well, you didn't write a trailer on here. I'm putting on here 2 more Marvel trailers. Do you guys think that Marvel was like, fuck, Madam Web comes out this week. Throw all the shit on the wall.
100%. Absolutely. Make people think of anything but the movie with our name on it coming out this week.
Because we have 2 trailers and this announcement all this week.
I mean, alternate point, I don't think anybody is thinking about Madam Web, but
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I want to see it because of how bad it
100%.
is.
Dakota Johnson seems to just... Did you hear that she, fired her manager?
I don't know anything about that.
The second the first trailer came out.
I believe it. It's so bad.
Look, there's nothing I want to watch more than Madam Web right now. But I think I'm in a small minority of the universe.
I think it's also I haven't been to a theater in a while.
Yeah.
Second trailer is The Fall Guy. I didn't watch this trailer. I watched the first trailer, not the second trailer. So you guys are going to have to fill me in. Does it look any better?
There wasn't a lot more to this one than the first one.
No, it's definitely got a real... didn't have a lot of content as far as what the story is about, because it's trying to sell you on the story. It's action, Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt. You'll have a good time kind of thing. And I think I will.
I think that's all the movie is.
Yeah.
Is those 3 things.
And I'm hoping that's enough. I am a little worried I'm worried that my take on it is wrong, but I think it's going to be fun.
I don't think it'll be enough.
Yeah.
I don't have high expectations for this movie, but maybe that means I will be pleasantly surprised when we get to it.
I'm excited about it. It looks fun to me.
There were some kids' trailers, but y'all aren't going to see those movies. I probably will have to. I don't want to talk about them now. Let's talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Sure. First off, they painted themselves into a corner on this, but all these names are way too fucking long.
They're long names.
I got a fucking cramp writing that on that sheet.
I didn't know what to expect from this,
right.
But that trailer is awesome.
That trailer looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Joseph?
I mean, it's fine. Look, there's one good Planet of the Apes movie, and
I think the middle one?
The second one.
Yeah.
The second one is
the best
good one. One's got James Franco in it. One's got fucking Woody Harrelson cashing a paycheck.
Let's not... I know we are out on James Franco now, but that first movie, and I'm not saying it's good because of him, but that first movie was pretty decent.
Bro.
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow's bringing nothing to the table. James Franco's bringing nothing to the table. Draco Malfoy's bringing nothing to the table.
Draco
Hardcore
Malfoy
disagree.
was a greasy, creepy mess in that.
Fuck that movie.
When Caesar says no to him for the
That's the only
first
fun
time,
part of the movie.
Yeah, it's enough. It carries the rest of the movie. They have an ape war on the fucking Golden Gate Bridge. Bro, that movie is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a cat. I'm not saying it's better than 2. I'm saying it's a... Well, going into that movie, you're like, there's no chance a new Planet of the Apes movie will be any good. And you're like, God, I kind of want to watch a second one. That's a win.
Yeah.
But, I mean, definitely, I've never watched it again, but I had a super fun time when I watched it.
Anyway, there's only one good Planet of the Apes movie. And
I think this one's going to be
Okay, first you're going to have to say modern there, because we're not going to say that the first Planet of the Apes movie is not good.
I'm not going to say anything about it, because movies before 1990 don't exist. That was when history started. There are no movies before that. Look,
I like the original Planet of the Apes movie.
God damn it! I don't care. This is not the point. I don't. Look, it's fine.
Discussing this movie is not the point on our movie podcast.
I know it. Look, it's just, it's going to be like fucking medieval army battles with apes instead of people, which is a weird genre. I don't know if it succeeds with people, but maybe it'll succeed with apes. I have no idea.
I mean, we only have one comic book. I'm not counting Madam Web.
Right.
Only one comic book movie this year. But the ape movie has taken its place because we have Godzilla vs. Kong.
Right.
We have this movie. I don't know. I think it looks good. I personally have been kind of nervous about anyone stepping into a lead motion capture role that isn't Andy Serkis. But whoever's playing the bad King Ape, I'll tell you what this movie is. It's just fucking Fury Road. It's Mad Max Fury Road.
It definitely looks very Fury Road. That's true.
And whoever plays, the evil villain emperor guy role looks pretty good in it.
Yeah.
Do you think every single motion capture artist just fucking hates Andy Serkis? Just knows that they can't have one conversation with another human being without having to talk about Andy fucking Serkis?
I think in Andy's defense, he's tried to move away from it.
I mean, successfully. He's been in good stuff. He's been good at it.
Yeah. But no, he's always going to come up. It's really the Academy's fault. If he had gotten his love for Gollum or for Caesar, it'd be different.
Might be.
And this one's directed by Wes Ball, I think, who's making the Legend of Zelda movie. So you better hope it's fucking good.
Yeah, that's true.
One, listen, I didn't know if I was going to say this on the podcast, but it's the only way I can describe it. Wicked, right?
Yep.
Right.
If there was ever a musical to blow its load too early, it's fucking Wicked.
Right.
And after watching the trailer, I stand by what fucking point is there for a second movie?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The second movie should just be Wizard of Oz.
I mean, they could do that again. Yeah, no, 100%. I have a lot of reservations about this. I feel like, for her, I think we talked about this when the trailer first came out. The musical is one musical,
right?
But for the movie, they decided to split up into the first act, second act. First off, most of the good shit happens in the first act, including the absolute best song, which they're ending the first movie with. Like, without a doubt, there's no fucking way they go through the movie without doing Defying Gravity. So there's nothing in the back half. But the other thing is...
And it's infamous for this. Like,
yeah.
This is like Wicked's like most common complaint is... And there are other musicals that do this.
Right.
But for Wicked, that second half doesn't matter at all.
But, I mean, here's the other thing. The thing about Wicked is it's all pageantry. It's all spectacle. Like, the story is like, it sucks. It's fine.
Right.
But you're like, the songs are good and the songs are memorable, but we're now splitting what was probably a 3-hour musical
into a 5 or 6 hour movie.
Yeah. And so now we're going to build out a story that is not very good to begin with. I'm worried that it's just going to be boring as shit and we're just going to be waiting 25 minutes between every fucking song.
I wonder if they're going to pull more from the books. Like, for example, there's like a animal strip club in the books. Maybe that'll be in the movie. I don't know.
Now, if we do a Cats crossover, I'm back in.
Yeah, I think
if we get fucking which
James Corden and fucking Taylor Swift.
James Corden was knocking my first. I was going to say Chris Brown, but isn't he?
Is it? It's not Chris Brown, dude.
Who is it?
It's Jason Derulo. I was like,
it's
the one who sings his name in every fucking song.
It is Jason Derulo.
Yeah, I think this is going to be good.
Yeah.
I think Wicked Part 1 is going to be good. I think Ariana and what's her name?
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah.
So here,
I think they're good casting.
I think it's good casting, and like it looks like they put the budget into it. I think the production design looks great.
What's funny is so many people complain that they're like, oh, all the CGI. Those are built sets. Those are physical sets. And at this point, we can't even fucking tell.
Yeah.
We just complain.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I think like it seems like a lot of the right work is here. I feel like if we take the finished product movie and cut out like 30-40% of it, it's probably going to be a good movie. But I think the movie we're going to see in theaters is going to be kind of underwhelming.
Yeah. For anyone unfamiliar, I'm not going to tell you the point of Wicked, but the point of Wicked is to take a story, kind of Joseph's point. There's no meat on that plot bones.
No!
The meat is that here's something you already know, and we're going to throw like 2 twists in there that are supposed to be really shocking. But you, like 5 minutes into the musical, you're like, oh, I know where this is going.
And you're right.
And you're 100% right. Also, a lot of people are complaining that the lion is CGI, and they're like, why not just put a guy in a suit? Because it's an actual fucking lion. It was a guy in a suit because that movie was made in 1939.
Right, exactly.
The character is a fucking lion. Just want to throw that out there. Probably my favorite trailer of the Super Bowl weekend. Fucking Twisters.
Yeah.
If I think I've said it on here. You guys know. Twisters, it's up there for me. Like, it is my comfort movie.
Right.
Ghostbusters #1.
Yeah.
Twister might be #2 in the movie I've seen the most.
This is, I think, also a symptom of us being raised in around the same cable era.
Yeah.
Because it was just on TV
all the time.
Right.
And you just always watched it.
Yep.
I think it looks like it captures the feel.
It looks pretty good.
You're like, there's no way it's going to it looks the same. The poster's the same. And I like that it's almost kind of a reboot.
Right.
But also kind of different enough. Like, I don't know, guys. I think it's going to be fucking good.
Well, I was going to say, this probably sounds like shade in that it doesn't look one bit better as far as the special effects.
Yeah.
But I think that's more just a compliment that Twister looked really cool for its time. I also, for me, the best Van Halen song of the Van Hagar era is Human Beings from the Twister soundtrack. So they better find some way to incorporate that into this.
Man, we lost so many good people from that fucking movie. Philip Seymour Hoffman, fucking Bill Paxton. I do think Glenn Powell is a great Bill Paxton replacement.
Yeah.
He looks the part. I'm really excited for that movie.
It definitely, the cast felt almost like they were recast for the original cast.
Yeah.
You know?
Anthony Ramos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a credit to the movie because they're all pretty young, but I didn't hate them.
So,
I think new Superman's in there too, David Cornsweet.
you know, what's going to be the bit with the cow?
Yeah, got to be a cow bit.
You know, I mean, the thing is that, just the way movies are now, and there's so much about having a moment that people talk about on the internet afterwards. We got to do something new with the cow.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is.
When I say the line, "That's no moon, it's a space station," I'm not quoting fucking Star Wars. I'm quoting Twister. So I also want that line to be in there. Yeah, fucking love the first one. I'm excited for this one. John Krasinski's latest film, If.
Yep.
Starring Ryan Reynolds and then the voice of every famous person you can think of. Like the entire cast of The Office and his wife.
Krasinski and Emily Blunt must be a good hang.
I think they'd be a lot of fun together.
People seem to like them.
Yeah, I'm rooting for those two.
Sure.
It's about imaginary friends. IF, imaginary friends. I don't know. Looks fine.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add.
I mean, it looks like it was already a Pixar movie.
I think that's what they're going for.
I mean,
live action Pixar.
And man, boy, just a lot. Whenever we come to these like trailer events, there's just a lot of Rai. Mm-hmm. Like so much Rai.
He's pretty in all the time.
I mean, he's working. I'm not, casting anything against him. He obviously is working hard.
Did you guys see Blake Lively at the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Good for him. That's all.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Kate was like, damn, Blake looks hot. I was like, yeah, she does. And then my wife got mad at me.
You were baited. It's not your fault.
Monkey Man. Dave Patel's... That's Dave Patel, right?
Yeah.
All right. Dev Patel's directing debut.
I think so, yeah.
Starring in... it's Indian John Wick, and it looks fucking cool.
It looks super fun.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a good John Wick. I think I've already said that twice on this.
I think it might be better than the last couple of John Wicks, truth be told.
Well, I haven't seen 4 yet. So I can't speak on that. But
just don't. Just watch this one.
It's too long. Inside Out 2.
Yep.
Do we have strong feelings? Inside Out 1's a great movie. Maybe the last great
I was
Pixar
about to say,
movie.
I don't generally need Pixar sequels.
Yeah.
I think Toy Story 2.
That's the last good one? Or
that's the only one I think I need.
I mean, I think all the Toy Story sequels are good, but they're also all kind of the same movie.
Yeah.
Also all not necessary.
Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah.
But they are the same movie. Kids grow up.
Right. Right.
And we're going to end with the 2 Marvel trailers this week. And we'll start with the lesser and then end with the bigger. X-Men 97, the return of the X-Men animated series.
Was there a Super Bowl trailer for this?
Well, it came out yesterday.
That's not the same thing, but sure.
You watched it?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't during the Super Bowl. We've gone off theme, but that's okay.
That's fine. I don't think Monkey Man came out during the Super Bowl either. I think it was before that. But return of the X-Men animated series from the 90s comes out on Disney Plus in like a month. I don't know if you guys have watched that show recently. That theme song does a lot of heavy lifting.
Sure. It really does. It really does.
That show's not as good as you remember it, but the nostalgia works, and that theme song's so fucking good.
It's so good.
I mean, I've said this before, that I don't know so much as it is that I think that it's a bad show. It just should be better for its era. Mm-hmm. It's airing at almost the exact same time as Batman the Animated Series and is not nearly as good. It's closer to being something like G.I. Joe or Transformers.
It is very G.I. Joe.
But this looks like what they're going for is we're going to try to make a show that's as good as what you remember the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think also as far as the animation, it's better, but it's not so much better that it makes the old show look shitty, and I think that's a good sweet spot to have this in.
That's what I wanted. I was curious about, and I was going to poll you, Christian, because you actually have kids. Because it seems very intentional to like not update the animation.
Right.
You know, kind of keep it the same kind of look and feel, even though it's like probably CG and stuff now. Like, I love like hand-drawn animation style shit.
Yeah.
But that's just because I was raised on it, and like, you know, it hits me in a specific spot. Do kids like that style of animation now, or is it all like 3D is preferred?
I don't know that my kids have a preference. They will watch shows that are both, and I don't know, to be fair, the only Bluey is a 2D animation show.
That's true.
And fucking obsess over it. It's great. But also they love Ninja Turtles, which is a CGI animated show nowadays. So I don't know that I think for us it mattered more because we watched the transition from one to the other.
That's what I was wondering. I was curious if this was a show that was made just for us or if they were trying to bridge the generation
No, I
gap.
think it's for us.
Yeah. I think the uphill battle this will have with kids is the animation is animation, actual hand-drawn animation today seems very animation-y. Mm-hmm. Very cartoony, very, and if you're trying to do something that's more realistic looking, you do CGI, and this is trying to do more realistic looking with hand-drawn animation, and I don't know if kids will connect to that.
Yeah, the one thing I really liked about this trailer, besides the use of the theme song, is, fucking, man, Scott Summers deserves a moment.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad we're making Cyclops the lead here.
Yeah.
Which it probably won't be. I'm sure they'll find a way to make fucking Wolverine the star of the show.
I mean, people love Wolverine.
But I would really like to see Cyclops get his day in the sun.
I do think they're cowards for not giving Bishop his mullet.
Mullets are back.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I had one more point on this silly little cartoon. Oh, yeah. Did you guys read the thing? There was some article recently about the lady who plays Jubilee was 4 seasons in before she knew that Jubilee was Asian.
No, I didn't know.
That's pretty funny.
That is funny. And then finally, also X-Men related, oddly enough, we have the first footage of Deadpool and Wolverine. I guess that's the official title.
That is the official title.
The first official footage. We've gotten a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, God.
Through back channels.
Lots of leaks on this one.
Yeah.
For Deadpool 3, which is, kind of crazy because it's the third Deadpool movie. Deadpool 1 came out 8 or 9 years ago now.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years since Deadpool 2 came out.
It is also crazy because it was an act of Congress to get Deadpool made in the first place.
It took someone, Ryan Reynolds, leaking that footage.
And now it's one of their most bankable properties.
Yes, which is weird. It's we talked about with Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
in
same
DC.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think also it is the most affected by the landscape of entertainment completely changing. When Disney decided to buy everything, that affected Deadpool more than any other property.
Yeah. I mean, to that point, though, the thought has always been if you were going to figure out some sort of kind of timey-wimey way to make it all work together, Deadpool was the character.
Deadpool's your key, yeah.
And,
which they kind of acknowledge in this.
That's what they're going to do. It looks like it's Deadpool's recruited by the TVA for some sort of mission, and he teams up with Wolverine or Wolverine variants throughout. We don't really know much more than that, I think.
As people who watch the actual game, can you say pegging on the Super Bowl?
They did say pegging.
All right.
Yeah. I think it was in the Super Bowl.
No, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew McFadden's in it.
Yeah.
I like seeing that guy again.
And man, he seems perfect for TVA bureaucrats.
Sure.
You guys haven't watched season 2 of Loki, right?
No, I have. I've finished it.
You did see?
Yeah.
This has got to be pre-Loki TVA, I think, based on some of the plot lines in season 2 of Loki.
See, I don't know. I was thinking that maybe everything's just different after Loki.
Well, they stopped pruning timelines.
Oh, that's true.
And
that's true.
they're definitely pruning things in this movie.
Right, that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know that you're going to have to watch Loki to get this movie. It was a question I
mean, it definitely is tied directly into it. So, here's what I worry most about this movie. Going back to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, we all just worked ourselves up into a lather of all the things we thought that was going to be in it, and then there was 4 things in it. I think that this one, it might be a justified lather, though. I think everything's going to be in this.
You can throw everything at the wall and not give it a purpose because it's a comedy, right?
Right.
It's a big old joke.
Do you think it's going to be Deadpool? The variants that he's killing are specifically people from Fox and Sony properties.
I think it's a real possibility. I also have kind of thought it might be other Deadpools.
Yeah.
There could be that, too.
His job is to prune other Deadpools in the movie.
I mean, I could definitely see the final boss being the Wolverine Deadpool.
Yeah, that would be good. You do get a tease. Obviously, you see Wolverine from the back and the claws and blah, blah, blah. But you also get to see Patch.
Yes.
And I think that will be a different actor. I don't think that was Hugh Jackman.
I think you're probably right. I think that's going to be, you got to find Deadpool. I mean, you got to find Wolverine, and that's your first one, and it's some other guy as Wolverine. I don't know who it would be.
I'm saying D. Radcliffe.
All right.
That's
the internet's favorite choice.
That's my pitch. Yeah. Well, because they did it with Krasinski. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, he was everyone's favorite choice for Reed. They swerved into the skid in Multiverse of Madness. I think they might do something similar here.
I think Deadpool is real reference happy. They love to make a good reference. That specific tuxedo that he's wearing in that, he wears in a team up with the Hulk. Maybe it's Eric Bana.
Oh, that would be
Eric
good.
Bana.
That would be good.
Wolverine.
This movie's going to be fine. It's going to make an outrageous amount of money.
Yes, it is.
For a rated R movie, it's going to soar past $1 billion, which has only happened one other time with Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this movie, it's going to make all the money. It's the movie that everybody who's like, armchair directors have wanted like the last fucking 5 Marvel movies. Mm-hmm. This one's actually going to be it. It's just going to be reference after reference after reference after reference. And that probably sounds like I'm talking shit, but I think it's going to be a super fun movie.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. You haven't liked the Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds team-up movie so far.
Is he making this one?
He is directing this one.
So he obviously didn't do the first one. Who did the second one?
David Leitch directed the second Deadpool movie.
That does...
You didn't like Fall Guy or Free Guy.
No, I hated Free Guy. I was okay with Project Adam.
Yeah. Oh, good job. Nice pull. Remember that. I watched it one time.
I think we did it for the podcast.
I think we did.
That
movie is fine.
That does take me out of it a little bit. I don't know. I have not loved either one of those. One is better, about Transformers, but I feel like Deadpool is a tough needle to thread generally, as far as like, I guess maybe it's not. Maybe you just do actions and references. Maybe it's not hard. Maybe you don't have to be good at it to make it work. I don't know.
I mean, I do think a lot of this is just getting out of Ryan Reynolds' way.
Yeah, that's why I was like, is it tough tonally to figure out like action? But they don't ever like have any real stakes. It never really is very emotional. You just do goofy shit.
Everybody who died in the last movie is back in this.
It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, you know what? It's not gonna be fucking hard. We got it.
Everybody gets one. What Marvel actor character do you want back the most? Or actor in a new role as a character we haven't seen? Because there's going to be so much of that shit.
Are we saying like a Fox actor?
Could be anybody
else.
Who, is gone that you want to see come back in this movie.
All right, so
from any Marvel branch from everywhere.
The one I want the most, even though I get it, he's old and basically decrepit, is Ian McKellen back as Magneto.
Sure, right
I would like to see have one more go. The one who I think will happen the most, Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
That was what? That was going to be my thing. I think that's the most likely to happen, and also I think a pretty satisfying one. I think that'd be pretty fun.
I think specifically he's killing off the Fox Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll have any use for them like they wipe some of the other like the old X-Men cast. I don't think they'll have any use for them. I think we'll kill them off. My vote. David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury.
That would be.
I think
that
that fits perfect in what this movie's going to try to do.
That's a really good one. They're going to throw so much shit at the wall.
Yeah. Look, Eric Bana would be one that I would really enjoy, just because I like that Hulk movie.
Right.
Also, since we're doing the Fantastic Fours, Miles Teller would be kind of funny, because Fan Four Stick is a bad movie.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like that guy might get the joke.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think he'd be fine making fun of himself and kind of putting it to bed or whatever.
You know what? Actually, that's probably a better Fantastic Four to kill off. Because we're definitely never seeing those guys again.
Yeah, but they're not coming back. Right. Miles Teller might be in on the joke, but I don't think the rest of them. I think they want to pretend it never happened.
So do we. I forget Michael B. Jordan's in that
Michael
movie.
B. Jordan is Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
And but see, if you do that, if you put Michael B. Jordan in it, Deadpool would make like a Killmonger joke.
Yeah. See, so, that feels possible too.
Yeah. Oh man, maybe you have Johnny Storm versus Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Who are both other guys in Marvel movies. Yeah. There's lots of Ryan Reynolds material there.
Yeah, there is definitely things to work with.
Yeah.
Boy, we've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine, we're all going to see it.
Is that it?
That's all the trailers, dude.
God, there were so many fucking trailers. Well, cool. Yeah, that's it for our Super Bowl trailers.
And then some.
What do we feel like is our most excited about movie? What do we think we're like most
That's
interested
tough
in seeing?
because there were a few of them. Although, like the 4 that came out, like the first quarter of the Super Bowl, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Wicked, Deadpool, Wolverine. There was another one. I'm drawing a blank. All of them looked pretty good. I think the one Deadpool and Wolverine's number 1, but personally, Twisters or Wicked. I'm most just curious to see what it is.
I shit talked it for a long time, but I think Wicked is probably like I'm gonna see it immediately.
I have to know.
Yeah, I have to know also. But also, Twisters just looks like the most fun. I think of the group.
I mean, I'm not going to try to pick a deep cut. I'm excited for the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
You know, I will say this though. I really want the Fall Guy to be a big event in my life. I want it to be a nice guy.
You're pretty pro that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be the nice guy.
I don't think it is, but I want it to be.
Yeah.
I saw this thing that was like, instead of making Fantastic Four set in the 60s, they said, make it in the 70s, and instead of making it the Fantastic Four, make it Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling be Private Eyes. And that was my favorite tweet about it.
I mean, whoever that is wins the internet.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for Super Bowl trailers. What have we been watching the last week or two, guys?
I watched Next Goal Wins, Taika Waititi's
I forgot that
film.
was even a fucking movie.
Yeah, so
that already came out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about. If you're unfamiliar with this movie, maybe you didn't hear about it, because it was kind of low profile for a Taika Waititi movie, I feel like. It is about the head coach of the U.S. men's national team, the men's soccer team, getting, they say fired in the movie, but he's really kind of demoted to coaching the American Samoa men's national team. The American Samoa men's national team famously has never scored a goal in competitive play. In fact, has the worst loss in professional soccer history, losing 31-0 to Australia.
Wow.
So he gets demoted, and you've seen this movie before. You've seen Mighty Ducks. You've seen this movie. That movie's better. This, I think, guys, Taika, he had a moment.
Right.
But we may have been wrong about Taika.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender, he's in this movie. He had a moment. We might have been wrong. We might have been wrong with Michael Fassbender. Like Elizabeth Moss is in there. She's always a joy.
Sure.
Will Arnett, I liked him in 30 Rock. That has nothing to do with this movie, but that's the only thing I can say about Will Arnett.
Yeah.
You know what it really reminds me of? I wish you guys had seen it, and you should watch it. You can tell me if I'm totally off base, and this is probably not going to make sense to anybody, but my description of this movie is right after Little Miss Sunshine won the Academy Award.
Right.
There was like 3 years of movies trying to be Little Miss Sunshine.
100%.
Which is like, it's a dark comedy, but Little Miss Sunshine's lightning in a bottle. The jokes hit, the drama hits, it's well acted, all those things. Every other one of those movies, not good.
Right.
And it brings me back to something you talked about when we talked about the 2008 movies, which is Redbox movies.
Yeah.
This movie should not be allowed to be on streaming. You should only be able to watch Next Goal Wins at the Redbox. You should get bored on a Thursday night and be like, I'm just going to ride up to the gas station, see what's at the Redbox. And you're like, oh yeah, this Taika soccer movie's here. And you spend an hour and a half watching it, and then you immediately take it back to the Redbox because you're like, I don't need 2 days. It's worse than Transformers.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Do you guys, when you encounter a red box, do you ever see a human standing at it?
Never once.
Never.
I don't either. I don't know. I even know why. I mean, obviously they're still using them because they're still there, but apparently they only come out at night or something. I guess. Let's see. Well, first of all, I'm the last one to finish, but I finished Fargo. And I loved it. I think there's some rumor that we'll only get a Fargo season 6 if Aliens fails. I'm ready for Aliens to fail.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm really excited to see what that guy's going to do.
I mean, I really am too, but I really enjoyed this a lot. Juno Temple was great. John Hamm is exactly that guy. I don't think I really have as much to say that you guys didn't cover, except that it was very, very good, and I'm glad I got through a show for once.
Where does it rank in your Fargo seasons that are wrong?
Oh, I'm putting it at number 2, behind season number 2. It was just really good. I like Dave Foley a lot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe the next time I have to use an eye patch, I'll go with the white eye patch like Dave Foley did. That was a smart look.
Yeah.
Also this week, I watched a movie that I have no clue why I didn't watch it when it came out, or it took me this long, since I'm such a huge fan of the first one. I watched Zombieland 2.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
I fucking loved it. It's a super fun movie. I think the reason maybe I didn't watch it at the time is some people tell me it wasn't as fun as the first one. And it probably isn't as fun as the first one. But there's still a lot of room between not fun and not as fun as the first one. You know, the new characters are all super fun. It has a pretty great premise. Woody Harrelson dials it up to 11 for this one. I highly recommend it. Also, for the outro of the movie, Woody Harrelson sings "Honka Honka Burnin' Love."
That's awesome.
That sounds pretty good.
Great. If I had one fault for it, the soundtrack to the first one is a banger, and this one just doesn't really have a soundtrack.
Yeah.
It has a different Metallica song at the beginning. This time, "Master of the Puppets," which I think it was just a little too early for that Masters of the Puppet moment. And then that's about it till Woody Harrelson sings at the end. But yeah, better than Transformers on that.
Fair enough.
I think that's all I got.
Hurt, I'm so upset that you didn't talk about the fact that me and Ian were texting about wrestling while you were asleep.
Oh,
not
that's
watching
true.
Wrestling.
I don't. How am I not talking about wrestling tonight? Wrestling was so goddamn fun this week.
Yeah.
And you know, I've talked a lot of shit about The Rock on this podcast. I'm fucking pro Rock again. He read the room, he turned fucking heel, and it's fucking awesome.
It's the best business decision he's made
100%.
in years.
100%.
Everyone responded the way they did to that Cody Rhodes bit.
Right.
And calling out Roman Reigns and then bowing down for The Rock or whatever, so negatively against him, he's like, fuck it. That will be how we market it. And
right.
God, it was great.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just been super fun. I think it's reinvigorated Roman Reigns too.
Yeah.
Like Roman Reigns, I think people were getting sick of him as the top heel, and now this new faction he has. It's reinvigorated Triple H. When's the last time someone has been excited to see Triple H on TV?
Yeah.
But Triple H feuding with The Rock is pretty fucking fun. Yeah. Wrestling, super fun right now. And yeah, goddamn you guys talking about wrestling.
To be fair, they started texting at like 8:30.
8:30 is like an hour after Jehu's bedtime. I've been gone for a while.
Yeah, when you didn't respond, I was like, I wonder if he's already asleep. And then, of course, you confirmed the next morning. But it was fun to watch live. And I probably spent an hour on TikTok watching other people react to it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy though that the best event that the WWE has put on in a while was a press conference.
Yeah, that is kind of sad.
Yeah, but...
I do think there was I don't remember exactly what happened, but for some reason The Rock had to be like straight up, be like, yes, like it's a heel move, like you know, just came out and said it, and that kind of ruins the magic of it a little bit. But
actually, my favorite moment of the whole thing, though, was, they had the commentary team up front.
Oh, yeah,
and they were all talking. But different than the usual commentary team, this commentary team was mic'd to the crowd. So when they were speaking, the crowd was hearing it. CM Punk basically says, if The Rock would have slapped me, I would have punched him in his face. And you can see The Rock in the background, like, whip around and give him a dirty look. It was priceless.
It was great drama.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see, what have I watched? I went to see the rom-com Anyone But You, I think, with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And rom-coms are the only exception to my rule about hating young people, because I only want to see young, attractive people in rom-coms, and I only want to see them fuck. And that's what I'm there for, and they deliver. It's a good movie.
I don't think Glenn Powell is that young.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, I'm curious to know the age gap.
Yeah.
But, probably a little uncomfortable. He's got to be older than us. Maybe not Treyu, but you and me.
Maybe.
Did you?
I found out today that Jack Rayner's younger than me.
Did you guys
see? He was in Spy Kids.
Was he?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Anyway, carry on.
Did you guys see Sydney Sweeney on Hot Ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys have watched enough to know that the bomb is the breaking point. She was acting fucking hard.
She was. She was.
And then her eyes turned a color I've never seen human eyes turn. They were like a hot purple pink. It was crazy.
I was wrong. He's 1 year older than me. So
okay. Pretty close.
Pretty close. I can't see myself fucking Sydney Sweeney. That's too old. I'm too old for that.
But yeah, look, it is genuinely just a good rom-com. It's somebody who obviously knows why the tropes work and applies them well. And the only other thing that I watched is why I looked up Jack Rayner. Our friends over at Broke Box Office did Free Fire for their free movie, which I don't know if you guys remember that movie, 2016.
No.
Not at all?
Mm-mm.
Oh, God, I don't remember who fucking directed it. It's produced by Martin Scorsese. It's like a Tarantino, Scorsese ripoff kind of thing. And I say that lovingly, not in like a bad way. About a weapons deal that goes awry, and the whole movie is just one shootout.
Right.
It's got Charlton Copley, Cillian Murphy, Brie Larson. Oh, no, who's the cannibal guy? I can't fucking remember his name. Armie Hammer. We got there.
I was trying to think of a movie cannibal, not a real life cannibal. That's why I couldn't help you on that.
Yeah. This movie's a real fucking... I can't believe you haven't seen it. I think it's very much your jam.
All right, on.
You love this movie.
I've only seen it one time in the theaters, and I remember it being fun, and then I rewatched it like, oh, this is really fun.
Yeah.
You know, again, the whole thing is, it's a deal gone bad, it's one shootout, but it's like the least cinematic shootout in history. Because they're all in like this open warehouse, and everything's fucking busted, and so they're all like hiding half of their bodies behind a piece of concrete that's like 6 inches tall. And so like their arms and legs are sticking out and they're all getting shot in like the arms. It's very funny. It's very like, I don't know. It is like a very light movie for the amount of people that get shot and murdered in it. But it's very fun. It's very good. I imagine I don't know if it would be exhausting or hilarious to work on because everyone's just crawling the whole movie for like 45 minutes of the movie. Everyone's just crawling and rolling on the ground. But yeah, it is a bummer that Armie Hammer is a weird people-eating pervert.
Right.
Because he is pretty good in this. Like I enjoy his presence in this movie.
Right.
He sells timeshares now.
Yeah, I heard that. So that's a bummer. Stop being weird, guys. Just like do your job.
Again, as I said about Vince McMahon, no one famous should ever text anyone anything.
Oh, that should be turned off.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Free Fire better than Transformers, and Anyone But You better than Transformers.
Good.
Next week, do we want to do Madam Web? I want to do it so bad.
Do it so bad.
There's a chance because we only do Fridays now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for a few weeks.
I may not be available next week. I'll know more later. But yeah, if we're doing something, do Man and Wed. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I also forgot that we do have a request to do The Bear eventually, which would just require her to watch The Bear.
Okay,
So,
you know what?
Start it today.
It's funny because Sarah said, so you're going to start watching The Bear? I was like, I never said that. And she's like, you said that on the podcast. So I guess I did say that on the podcast.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, particularly now that guy with that face has been grim.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cousin.
That was the best casting. They did a good job. I don't
Yeah,
know
he's
about
really
the rest
great.
of them, but I feel good about that
Joseph, the smartest thing you've ever said on this podcast is that if anyone can pull off It's Clobbering Time, it's him. And you're absolutely
right. I know it.
Every time I see it, I'm like, fuck, Joseph's right. That guy can totally say It's Clobbering Time.
Yeah. Anyway,
What if that was the whole audition?
Yeah.
It just said, It's Clobbering Time. Next.
Man, that really would be great. If
pretty efficient, you know?
It's Clobbering. Next.
Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you guys for listening. Please rate, subscribe, tell your friends about the podcast. If you want to get in touch with us and tell us what your favorite trailer was or trailer we missed, you can reach to realphonies@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at RealPhonies, on Instagram at Real_Phonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. We'll see you guys later.
Later. For me, the real memory with Toby Keith is that in basic training, I told everyone, you guys might remember this when we were at the theater when kids would enlist, like, you got to go to church because it's the greatest. Basic training is the greatest brainwashing operation on the planet.
Right.
And the only time that it's not turned up to 11, it's still on. It's
Right.
just turned down a little bit.
Right.
It's church. You ain't got to believe in God. You just get a break from the brainwashing for a minute.
Right.
And they don't play like church music. What they play is country pro-America songs. So you get American Soldier, and there's the other part of this is the only time you ever stop to think, what the fuck have I done? Is when you're in church, because again, they turn it down 11, and you're like, oh my God, every decision I've ever made in my life was fucking wrong, and it led me to this moment. And so there are 2,000 airmen just breaking down, having a full-on mental breakdown, crying their eyes out. But when Toby says, we'll put a boot in your ass because it's the American way, the knob's right back up to 11.